So Mouse has just announced that she's left VShojo. Yeah, I knew she was working on it and all that. This is not like a sudden piece of news for me, but it will be for you guys. You guys know I have already left. I left on, what, June 27th, so I've been gone for a couple weeks. There are a lot of things that have gone on in the background that I have been completely unable to talk about. Completely unable to say. I've wanted to. But that's been, like, legally just not a thing I should do. So finally, someone who is able to say those things has said them, and it's good. There is a lot more. Absolutely, there's a lot to be said, but that is what can be said at this moment in time, especially because it's stuff that pertains to Mouse in particular, you know, so it's her situation that she can speak on. I'll just echo some of the stuff that she said in her video, but she posted a video on YouTube on it if you want to see. She feels very misled on a lot of things and has been misled. I will add, I've felt this way as well. Absolutely. I did also see a lot of writing on the wall of a lot of things, but until I felt I had solid reasoning to say this is true, I didn't want to move on anything, obviously. And then over time, I found out that certain things were in fact true. And I went, oh no, and decided to leave. All right. So nothing, every decision gets made for really good reason. And I know I initially made a video saying I was leaving, and I tried to say really hard, really clearly, hey, this is just a small piece of what I can talk about. There are other reasons, but these are just the things I can say. I absolutely meant it when I said there's other stuff, other reasoning that I can't say. And that is, you know, this is some of it. This is some. Again, the word some. This is some of it. I just feel really relieved because it's not stuff that I could say. The TLDR for some of the stuff that Mouse has revealed today, that is stuff that I've been absolutely disgusted by for some time. She is owed a significant amount of funds that she hasn't been paid. Okay, this is what she's revealing. I'm not going to talk about anyone else's situations. I'm just going to say this because this is what she's already said, and I don't want to out anything that I can't out, you know? She's owed a significant amount of money. The IDF, the charity, the Immune Deficiency Foundation, that she always works with, and that I say we because we all did, plus her especially, however, her being the number one, have always fundraised for. There's a lot of funds that were held on her behalf for events that she did that she found out were not paid. The IDF is currently owed over $500,000 that should have been paid to them. That wasn't. And I didn't know that. And she didn't know that. None, I don't think any of us knew that until recently. I can't begin to describe how that feels, knowing that we've tried. I mean, charity was always a really big thing for us. And I say us because, yes, it's about all of us, but I feel like this is really especially about Mouse, you know? I can't begin to tell you how it feels to be like, yeah, this is like our thing. We love doing this. And then to find out that I had no idea. No fucking clue. It's insane. It's insane. And I really don't have words for it. I really don't even know what to say about it. It's something that's so incredibly personal as well. I'll speak from my perspective. One of my best friends, one of the people I care about the most in this world, is someone who has a horrific medical condition that she really can't do anything about, and has dedicated so much of her life, all of her time, toward making sure that she can fundraise for a foundation that tries to maybe find answers, that tries to maybe support people in whatever way they can. This is a big deal to a lot of us, her especially, okay? And then finding out that a large amount of the money that our community gave to, with the knowledge, apparently, that it was going to go to this foundation because it's for charity. Finding out that was not, then, not all of it, some, a big, but a really big sum, was not given to that charity is absolutely fucking insane. And I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. What can you even do about that? That's crazy. And I wish I could say like more, but I don't even have words. I don't even have words on it. And it's one of those things that if I knew there was some sort of issue, maybe I could have done something, right? Like maybe we could have worked on it, but we just thought it was given, thought it was paid. You know? I'm not going to point any specific fingers. Something I ask is that you don't point specific fingers at specific people if they're not being directly mentioned or anything like that. All we can do is address it as, you know, the company as a whole. You know, I'll just say, like, there's a reason that when I left, I was like, I'm gonna miss my manager, and I love my members. Like, there's a reason. Okay, that's really what it is. There's more that needs to be given time before she can say more, before we can say more. There might be some things that I don't know if we'll get to speak on. I really don't know. I really don't know, and everything is unfolding. And you know, if anyone has seemed a little busy from our group, if anyone has seemed a little, you know, they're not streaming a little bit as much or something like that, just know that there's reasoning for that, and they may not be able to talk about it, you know? But yeah, it's rough. It's rough.